chosen for their charm and their youth and their presence, at magaganda rin sila, maganda rin sila mag-ayos. Ang naiisip ng batang nanonood ay yan ang standard. Kailangan ganyan din ako, kagaling. And they will fail inevitably. Why? Because we are born the way we are born, you know. We are born with this face and this, you know, this paraphernalia. And very often, because television and the new media tend to look at the outer covering, nakakalimutan natin yung inner part, na yun ang katauhan. Di ba? Yung panlabas, okay yan, and there's a certain degree to which we can improve on what our original equipment, so to speak. But it's really the interplay of our outside, our exterior, with the interior, and with the way we have developed our minds that make us full human beings. And in order to get this idea across, we need parents to be able to explain that to us. Kasi yan, hindi naman natin mahuhubod sa TV yan. Hindi ka naman basta nanood ka ng TV, oo, ganyan nga ang kabuuan ng isang katauhan. Ay, hindi. Sorry. It just doesn't happen, no? So, if you watch music videos for a few minutes, you'll see all the fashion trends are there, all the kinds of makeup that teens dress themselves in today. They sport. Marketers also have a part to play in this, of course. You know, sa lahat ng overly marketed brands. So those are some of the potential problems that stem from excessive TV viewing at a young age. Children become passive learners. They don't know how to problem solve. They don't know how to think outside the box. This is according to psychologists. Children develop an increasing need to be entertained all the time. The pace, the rhythm, the excitement of television makes schoolwork pale in comparison. So yung poor teacher is trying to put on a show all the time. Kawawa naman. Hindi naman siya trained as a TV host. Si Pagsy, believe ako dyan, ha? He's giving, TV a good run for their money. Pero hindi lahat pinanganak na Pagsy, di ba? So, also, constant exposure to images of violence and aggression teach children that it's okay to settle disputes through physical aggression. You know that? No. I mean, there's too many angry drivers as it is. And then we have recurring images of weapons, violent behavior. You know, no matter how fashionable the proponents, nadi-desensitize ang mga bata. And the U.S. has had to learn the hard way after a number of tragic school incidents. You don't know that. Many psychologists and sociologists agree that children who watch too much TV are unable to adjust healthily and build appropriate social relationships. Many of them become pagka-antisocial, parang, di ba? Kaya lahat mga antisocial dito. Very social kayo. They have difficulty concentrating, they have complete tasks, and then they don't develop a reading habit, which we know to be important in inculcating critical thinking skills as well as conceptual and creative abilities. Parents can do something very that builds this. Read to them even when they're babies. Mm-hmm. Read to them from books. Let them hold books, show them pictures, read to them. Tell them stories. Storytelling is just one of the best ways to start your child's critical thinking. So if you think about the consequences of this on an entire generation, it's frightening, di ba? So ayaw naman natin magkaroon ng future generation ng mga batang hindi marunong mag-imagine. There was an article in the Inquirer, I think about a week after Toto's spectacular write-up there. There was a survey conducted among high school students, males and females, middle to affluent socio-economic class. I think that's the substance of the presentation that was done by Dr. Quina. So, yung findings doon, for most kids, despite all the toys that they have, you know, computer, smartphone, video game, iPad, iPhone, they were often bored. They often said, I have nothing to do. Parang, pwede ba yun? Ang generation namin. Kasi we have nothing to do. Ang daming puno sa labas, may namin naakyat. But these young kids siguro, they prefer to text or Skype also rather than talk face-to-face. So, yung skill ng reading people's reactions or your intuition does not get developed. Hindi ka nakikipag-interact sa kapwa mo human being, no? Gusto mo lagi ka nakatungo. Yung binabasa mo lang yung text. Hindi mo naman makukuha yung body language, nuance. You can't get that from text, no? No matter how many emoticons you use. Not all of them were like that, but I think a good number of the kids that were interviewed were like that. And the parents were so frustrated. So parents today know so much more about parenting, but they still tend to indulge their children. Of course, we have done better than our parent generation, and so yung luho, kasi dati ang hinihingi lang naman namin mga roller skates. So, kung mayaman ng tatay at nanay mo, pwede ka ng roller skates, bisikleta, ganyan. Pero ngayon, mga iPhone, iPad, yan ang hinihingi. Yun ang ibibigay. If the parent can afford it, why not? Accepting that this, of course, occupies their full, So, we can think of the environment in terms of natural elements, air, soil, water, life-giving, food-producing resources, physical resources for our planet. But we know this, that as human beings, we exist and we thrive on a mental and spiritual plane, as important as the physical. And it has major influence on how we view the world and how we act. So we must count media as a key element of that environment. An element worthy of sustaining because it is consumed daily and in great doses by young and impressionable minds. Sustainability is a collective term for everything we do with responsibility for the world we live in. Media, and especially television, has played a tremendous role in bringing to light sustainability issues. Transgressions of environmental laws, degradation of natural resources, and so on and so forth. Daily, we enhance or we weaken our culture with the images we choose to broadcast, by the pictures that we see or we don't see of ourselves, by the way we shape the landscape of our children's minds. So, ang sabi ng isang psychologist, siguro daw dapat ipagbawal ang lahat ng TV. But the common advice is children should not be exposed to television or non-interactive media until they're beyond the age of 2. Kasi critical yung development ng brain until they are 2. Those synapses and those neurons do not get developed if they are exposed so early to a non-interactive source. So, you can do what you want after 2, at least buhay na yung buong brain niya. Kasi if it doesn't develop before they're 2, it never will. That opportunity shuts down. And then they become very, maraming mga personality problems. So, maybe that's a drastic move, but we, the customers, must demand in no uncertain terms that the media industry become more responsible in terms of the programs they produce or air. You have started it, and I know that with every presentation and discussion made here today, you will build a case for collective action. On our end, we can try being a more discriminating audience. Let's not watch lousy stuff, you know it naman when you see it. If your kids like MTV cartoons, they can watch, but with a discerning eye, and please guide them din naman. Evaluate what runs contrary to our values and our culture. Withhold your family's patronage from shows that insult your intelligence. If you find something offensive, call the MTRCB right away. Yes, sumbong ka agad kay Kuya Toto. Let the media know that we are not a faceless, mindless, valueless audience. Get insulted. Be insulted. Insist on more uplifting shows. We have a right to more nutritious media that our children can consume with no harmful effects. If we all do our part, the change we all want to see happen will happen. Thank you.